Hello, Joe here again to look at some more characters. So we know kind of who we're getting. We're getting presumably 2 out of Summer Azusa, Summer Monika, Yukata Neja, and Yukata Ilsa. There's also been some rumblings of a new Grand unit. I don't know if that was leaks or people just assuming. But a lot of people think we're getting Grand Ewiyar, because they doubled down on her cat form in the event in the final part of this, so people are assuming that that's going to be the final Grand for the 6 dragons. So let's find out. Let's see who we're getting. Okay, yep, here we are. Presumably Grand. And then Monika in light and Azusa in summer. Okay. Okay. First off, I have 30 draws here from the roulette, so let's see if we can luck into any of them. Actually, quickly I'm going to check who else is on right up, if anyone. Nope, just those 3. Cool. So if we could get all of them, that would be nice. Nothing. Three. It's just going to be nothing, isn't it? Fantastic. Oh, hello. What? Wow. Anyway, let's check these kits out. Weapons first. Azusa, big attack and skill cap. No FLB. Whatever. Monika's bow. I mean, it has a bow on it. Medium Majesty and dodging counter. No FLB, so that's garbage. Then new grand weapon. Is it a pain and suffering type weapon? It is. Dagger voltage is a bit crappy in wind. Primal Wind has what? Love Eternal? And is Reunion a dagger? Is that ever a dagger or a sword? I can't remember. Magna though. So yeah, there's not much in the way of daggers for wind. But I guess like the voltage part isn't the super important part of those weapons. You primarily want them because of the supplemental. But we'll see how it shakes out. You're probably still going to want to use it anyway, just for the supplemental, I'm going to assume. So let's look at the kits. So Summer Azusa in dark. Her Ogi is massive dark damage to foe, 800% bonus dark damage, so that's a nuke. 50% damage reduction to dark allies until the end of turn. Okay. Skill 1, 5 Mukyo to caster, max 5, instant CA standby, boosted normal attack, skill damage, and CA accuracy based on the number of Mukyo. So similar to her wind version, where she just has like really poor accuracy for her attacks, but you can get it up through parts of her kit, I'm assuming. 10 low accuracy hits of dark damage to a foe, 5000% total. Okay. Caster can't normal attack, 80% damage reduction, sharp boost to hostility. At the end of turn, 1 turn cut to Mukyo and Takijine's cooldown, gain 1 Mukyo. Sharp boost to attack and damage cap, cool. Hit to normal attack, skill, damage, and CA accuracy. When a normal attack, skill, damage, or CA is successful, consume 1 Mukyo to restore all... I was going to say, like, if she didn't consume these, then she'd be pretty good. Because actually, I was gonna say, I was assuming that if she has max stacks, then all her stuff just hits as normal, like she does. She has just 100% accuracy. But I'm gonna see if the wiki has like how much accuracy that is, but it doesn't seem to. We don't have numbers yet, at least for her. So so this is kind of a shame, because I'm going to assume that this is probably pretty low heal, which consuming these stacks which you want her to have for her to be able to actually hit and do damage with her stuff is being consumed here is kind of annoying. Like when you normal attack skill damage, so is that an individual hit? Like, can you just waste all your stacks on this one skill? I would hope not. I would hope it's just if any of these hit at all, even more than one, it only consumes one. That would be hopefully what you want. Hopefully that's how it. Yeah, like she seems okay. She seems like a decent enough, just like kind of selfish damage dealer. The only question is like how consistent can she actually get damage out? Like if. You know, like how low is her accuracy, and how much do these stacks boost it? Like you'd assume that having 5 would put her to 100% accuracy and just make her work like any other character until she loses stacks. But if she's like basically unusable with like lower stacks, and that's kind of a shame. Like I don't remember too much about her wind version, but I want to say like you could make it so that her accuracy penalty was kind of not much of an issue. I think you'd have like maybe a couple of turns downtime, if I remember right, but otherwise it wasn't too bad. Whereas this seems like it could, just because of this seems like it could possibly be a problem where she can't get too much damage out consistently. So basically, it seems like you want to use this if your stacks get too low, because then it stops you from attacking, which means if you don't do anything else, you're not going to be consuming one, and then you gain one every turn for 5 turns. So yeah, presumably you use this when you use this turn 1, when you use this and whatever, and then you just go as normal until you lose your stacks, and then you cast this, which will reduce these cooldowns every turn and also give you 1 turn. I don't know. This seemed like 1 per turn seems a bit long to ramp up. I don't know. I'm not sure about her, to be honest. Like I said, if she didn't have this accuracy penalty, she would probably be pretty good damage wise. She has big attack specs. This I'm presuming is probably going to be a very high hitting skill nuke. We don't have the damage cap per hit, but 5,000% total suggests it'll be reasonably high. But if like half of these hits miss, then it's kind of whatever, you know. So yeah, jury's a little bit out. Like I said, depending on how easy it is to manage these stacks and how much they affect her accuracy, can be the difference between her being pretty strong and not very strong. Like yeah, like I'm not a big fan of the whole accuracy penalty thing. It just seems kind of a cheap way to limit a character's damage output. Monika in light. Massive light damage to a foe. Monika dodges all attacks from foes 1 time. Cool. Dodge all on away. Light damage to a foe. Hit to attack and defense. Stackable. Raise Thunderstruck level by 1. Does anyone else have Thunderstruck in light? I don't remember. Let's go to White Wind Diffusion effect to light allies. While in effect, debuff immunity. Buffs can't be removed. Refresh effect and ends upon taking damage 2 times. Cool. Is that full? It says debuff immunity, so I'm going to take that at face value. Not Not like Luo's increased debuff resistance and it's not even 100%. But so that's possibly taking damage 2 times. That's so for characters like, say, herself presumably, and like Zoe and like Makara, this could have pretty high uptime because they like to dodge a lot. So possibly good in that kind of team. Substitute effect to caster when he foe's Thunderstruck level is 10, sharp boost to attack. Assassin. For 1 turn, but you need this to be 10. Low defense, ouch. Deals triple attacks, high dodge rate, nice. Upon dodging, activate the Breezy Edge, which is this. So you could possibly get this up reasonably quickly if you're dodging consistently. Boosted Light Ally, skill specs based on foe's Thunderstruck level, takes effect even when Monika is a sub-ally, that's nice. I need to quickly check, is there any other way in Light to get that up? Arthur in Light can do it. I don't think many people are using him. The 150 Gold Moon Light Dagger. It does that on, raises it by 2 on Ogi, so if you're an absolute Light Lord, then yeah, but otherwise, this is probably going to take a little bit to kick up. And if you're using her as a sub-ally, then you're probably not going to get it up at all, because I mean, in the future, if they add more sources of it, but as it stands right now, you have 1 other character who is not super great, if I mind right, and 150 Gold Moon weapon is your only other sources of getting Thunderstruck in Light. But otherwise, she seems okay. Like, she seems pretty good if you're using her in a dodge team. Like, her, Zoe, and like Makara could potentially be a fun team where everyone's dodging all the time. Yeah. Not super strong, I don't think. But possibly better in the future if Light gets other good sources of this. But otherwise, I think she's fine. I think probably more of a waifu pick at the moment. But you know, might be wrong. Maybe she does work like super well in that kind of like dodge team with like Makara and Zoe, something like that. But now the big one. The final of the Grand 6 Dragons. Ewiyar in Wind. Ogi, massive wind damage to a foe. Activated wind speed 222 meows per second, which is our skill 2. Skill 1, charm effect to all other wind allies and all foes. Caster dodges all attacks from foes 1 time. She charms your entire team, okay. I mean, she's a cute cat, so makes sense. Skill 2, 5-hit wind damage to random foes, 1 turn cut to all foes buff durations, cool. 20% boost to caster's charge bar, 5-hit. Skill in wind is nice, because of her beaks. And then her skill 3, the Emerald's Windfall effect to cast a random buff to other wind allies, 5th activation of the effect only, double strike effect to all wind allies instead. Okay. So attack, defense, and multi-attack rate are boosted, bonus wind damage effect, and random buff. Cool. So the buffs are Revitalize, dodge rate up, supplemental, and double strike on the 5th activation. 5th activation only. That's is that literally only 1 time, the 5th time this happens, or is it every 5th time? That's the big question right there, because a 1-time double strike that you have to wait like what 5 turns to do is kind of bad, but a team-wide double strike every 5 turns is potentially super strong. Numbers on this are 30% perpetuity attack, 100% defense, 100% double attack, and 30% triple attack, and 10% echoes. Immune to charm effect. Charm effect doesn't stop wind allies' attacks. Okay, so cool. For wind allies with charm effect, sharp boost to stats rather, which is 30% perpetuity attack. It's basically the same. It's the same as this. She gives this to the entire team if you're charmed, which is very cool, and it's 100% uptime as well, because this goes down to 5 turns. So that's pretty nice. That's some nice buffs for your entire team. And also, this means you could use the Belial's summon call. Because I don't remember what that call actually does, but it usually gives some nice bonuses at the expense of a charmed that is really strong and basically always activates. But if Ewiyar just makes you straight up immune to charm, then that could be pretty cool. Upon activating a Fated Chain, all allies' next normal attack will be a triple attack and bonus wind damage effect one time. Cool. It's not too bad in terms of the Fated Chain stuff. She seems pretty good. Random buffs. What are these buffs? Yeah, the supplemental from this is 100k, which is very nice. So if you can line that up with like more skill damage stuff, then that's a lot of damage. And it'll presumably stack with like a Beelzebub call as well. So that's like 200k plus another 200k from Ewiyar Beaks, and then if you're using her weapon as well, that's a lot of supplemental damage. But yes, she seems really nice. Just honestly, just probably worth having just for having 100% uptime on charm. It doesn't mean anything, but it gives you huge stacks, huge stats rather, like to your entire team. Like 100% defense, plus if you have like Halloween Vein in the backline for another 50%, and you get 30% perpetuity attack. If you're charmed, which you will be, and you have Catzelia in the backline, that will also be another, I think, 30%. So she seems worth using just purely for how much she can buff the rest of the team. But like, she can put out some nice damage as well because of her skill damage. So yeah, I hope I can luck stack her during roulette. But yeah, till next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you at the end of the month for Ilsa and Neja, and maybe someone else, who can say. But until then, cheerio.